Oh, hi. Good morning, everyone. This is Ram Posham. I'm an enterprise architect with Oracle for many years. I'm going to record a bunch of videos to present the value of Oracle ZDM, the zero downtime migration, particularly when you want to move from on-prem to the cloud and get all the benefits of the cloud, right? So it's going to be a series of videos. Hopefully, they're going to be short. Uh, uh, so let me get started with this short presentation. Then I'm going to show you the demos, how to use this tool uh, effectively for migrating your databases to the cloud. So just want to start with the background, quick background of why do we need this tool and a ZDM overview. Then I'm going to cover 3 use cases. Let's say you got a non-CDB 12c R2 database running in a virtual machine or a server, and you want to migrate that to the cloud, let's say autonomous database, which is, it's a great solution. Just migrate to the cloud and you get all the benefits of the autonomous. You never have to worry about patching and all that. And there is no downtime. So there are a lot of benefits about autonomous database. You can find more details on autonomous database. So that is one use case. So imagine you have a non-CDB database, 12CR2, pretty old version, and you want to go to the latest version. It could be 19C or the 26 AI. It doesn't matter actually. But what I'm going to be using is autonomous database 26 AI. Then the second use case is single instance based database service. So you are already using a Oracle database based service running on a single node, but you want to go to autonomous database. So how can you migrate this database with zero downtime? By the way, all these are zero downtime. The next use case is you got a single instance database. Again, this is a service that is running in Oracle Cloud, and you want to migrate to a two-node rack. Uh, uh, Here it is 19C, or it could be 26 AI. It doesn't matter actually. Now, it's a two-node rack, but imagine you're going to be using Exadata. This should work for Exadata also. I have not done the testing, but Exadata offers you rack technology. So if you can migrate your single instance database to a two-node rack, you should be able to do the same thing to an Exadata database. So now the background is this, right? You got Oracle database available everywhere. And this has been for the last 30, 40 years. Oracle database is available on all kinds of platforms, in the sense all kinds of hardware, all kinds of operating systems. Now it's also available in the cloud, not only in Oracle Cloud, but also in other clouds, right? That's a very unique thing that Oracle has done because of the customer demand. Essentially, customers have asked for this. So we partnered with all the hyperscalers. And because of that, Oracle database is available in Azure, Google, and AWS, as most of you may know. Now, uh, what are the opportunities for migration to the above services, right? So you may be migrating your on-prem databases, or you may be, again, when they're on-prem databases, they could be running on bare metal or virtual machines. It could be Linux or non-Linux, like HP, Unix, or IBM, and so on. And these are the other places where you may be running the databases. In AWS, you may be running in EC2 or RDS, or in Azure, you may be running in VMs. In Google, you may be running in VMs. So when you are running on these platforms, and if you want to migrate to a service, right, Oracle database service in Oracle Cloud or any other cloud, you can use this tool. Now, what are the challenges, right? When you want to migrate, always you have this concern, how smooth is going to be migration, how much downtime I have to go through, how much testing you have to do, all that you have. I mean, you always look for a service that is fully automated. Just click few buttons and you migrate to the cloud, right? I wish it was the case, but but ZDM. Let me step back a little bit. So that's one. Other thing is, sometimes you have to engage consulting, and obviously it's not free. So there may be a concern for the cost of migration. So the goal of Oracle delivering this ZDM is to help you do the migration as much as possible by yourself. You don't have to engage any third-party resources. Now, because you don't have these tools, the impact is you're going to be adopting cloud slowly, right? And because of that, you're not getting all the benefits of cloud. So these are the challenges, and ZDM solves these challenges. So Oracle ZDM is essentially a zero downtime migration tool, and you may be running the database on-premises or in the OCI, again, in different, you may be using base service or database service, running on Exadata, or you may be running on, let's say, clouded customer, or you may be running on autonomous. So you can essentially migrate any of this, or you may be running in third-party clouds. If you want to migrate to the targets, right? So it could be, you could use this tool for migrating from on-prem to on-prem, or on-prem to the cloud, right? If you want to get the benefits of the cloud, obviously you want to migrate to the cloud, right? Now, depending upon the downtime requirements, right? If you want to have zero downtime, obviously you need to use different technologies. If it is offline, you just take an RMAN backup, restore it, and do some basic testing, and you're done. But for online migration, we offer two technologies ZDM comes with. Basically, it uses, one is the physical migration. So what it does is, for the source database, it creates a standby database in the target, and then it synchronizes and it lets you switch over, right? So essentially, the underlying technology is the data guard. Other one is the logical migration, all right? So here, first you take a export dump of the source, and then you import it to the target, and then you synchronize with the source using Golden Gate. And when the time is right, then you just do a switch cutover to the target. The good news with Golden Gate is that after this is configured, you can still continue to use your source until such time where you want to migrate to the target. Basically, you want to cut over. So that's advantage with logical migration. All right. So let me quickly, this is just gives the summary of what ZDM can do, right? Same thing that you saw in the previous slide. You can migrate from all the way back from 11.204 and 12C to 19C or 26 AI. All right. So the demos are going to be like this. As I said, there are going to be 3 use cases. In use case 1, to demonstrate this tool, what I've done is I have a base database in OCI that is running in a private subnet. This is running in a VM. How did I create this database? There is a marketplace image using which you can create a 12C R2, a NonCDB database. So I create this. There is also a marketplace image for Golden Gate. By the way, if you use a ZDM, and if this comes with the Oracle Golden Gate VM software, basically the marketplace, you don't have to pay for the Golden Gate. You just pay for the VM infrastructure for that migration duration. All right. And then ZDM, we need a VM. You just provision a VM. I'll show you how to do this in the next video. Then you provision an autonomous database, right? You could do 23 or 26 AI. 26 AI is essentially the latest long-term release. And it's not too different from 23 AI, by the way. Think of this as just an upgrade from 23 AI. I mean, it's essentially a release update, or what we call. You remember we used to have 23.6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. So now this is essentially that release. Now we call it 26 AI. And you have the object storage. So this is what you do is to run this demo, you need to create all this, right? The VMs here, these 3 VMs and the autonomous database. And you will need to have the SSH key pair. For example, if you create a database or a VM or any of this, you need a SSH key pair. So I'm just saying, first step is on your machine, you create a SSH key pair because you want to run this demo. The second thing is you create a VCN. And the best thing to do for creating a VCN is just to use the wizard. There is a wizard in the OCI, just use that. And then the next one is create a target autonomous serverless database. Here it's ATP. See, that's the fourth step. Third one actually is this one, create a base database. Again, there's a marketplace image. I will show you the steps actually using the demo, the live demo. Then the next one is create a Golden Gate instance using the marketplace. I will provide you all the steps. Then the seventh, so those are the 6 steps. The next thing is you need to configure them, right? So what you do is you open 4 windows here. So I'm using Microsoft Windows. There is a software called Git Bash. In Mac also there is a place where you can create terminal windows. Same thing like that. So you just create 4 windows, and window 1 would point to this particular ZDM. So this ZDM, actually, it is created on the public subnet. So it has got a public IP. So you log into this ZDM. All right. So that is window 1. Window 2 is basically the SSH tunnel to this one. I will show you the actual command. Then 3 is this one, Golden Gate instance. There are some configuration steps that you need to do. And then, so that is the 8th step is update the etc host file. Now, you don't need to go use VI editor and all that. I have created commands for you. So it's going to be very, very simple. 9th step is prep the source database for migration. Again, there are a few steps that you need to go through. Again, they're all commands you just need to copy and paste. The 10th step is, again, you need to do some preparation on the Golden Gate. There's some password changes that you need to do. Then the next thing is install the ZDM software. So as part of the installation, you need to download the software and then you install it. I will show you how to do that. Then prep the ZDM for migration. So you have to go perform a bunch of steps so that it can communicate with OCI, and it also can communicate with all the source, the Golden Gate, and the target. So the ZDM software works like an orchestrator. So it has to communicate with all these instances, the source, the Golden Gate, and the targets, all right? Then the 13th step is configure the object storage access. So you need to have a token, secure token. I will show you how to do that. Then prepare the target. Here is, so for repeatability, right? Suppose you migrated a bunch of schemas from the source database here. Next time when you do that, those schemas should not be there here. So that's what I meant by prepare targets. So if you already performed this, and if you want to repeat this, those schemas should be deleted from this autonomous database. That's the point. Then the 5th step is create a response file. So before you run the ZDM, you need to create a response file. And then the next one is 16 is evaluate the migration, right? Whether we have done all the required steps. So it's like a dry run, right? 16. Then if you don't get any errors on the 16th step, then you do the actual migration, right? You just run another command, then it will export dump this our database, a copy to the object storage, and then import into the target database, and then configure the golden gate, capture all the changes that were made from the export time stamp, and then it will be applied to the target. And after that, it's going to basically stop this source database and push all the changes to the target. And then your target database is ready for running your application. Basically, you point your application that was running against your source database to this autonomous database. I mean, we expect you to do some amount of testing, but at least to get an initial copy of your data, you can use this tool. And once everything goes successful, then you can run one more time when you're ready to cut over, and then you can point your application to the target database. All right, so that's what it is. And when you do the dry run, that validation, this is what you see for the use case 1. And after that, you actually execute the migration. It will go through all the steps, and one by one, it is going to do the complete migration for you. All right. And while this is going on, you can also monitor. The second use case is, this is a very similar but slight change here. The source database is not a non-CDB. This is a base database, 19C, and this is a 2-node rack. I'm sorry, this is still autonomous database. So if you want to migrate a base database to an autonomous database, you could use ZDM. So again, there are a bunch of steps that you need to go through. I don't need to go through this always. I'm going to share with you the actual steps. Then you will see how easy it is to do this. The third use case is you're migrating a single instance base database to a 2-node rack. That rack could be a 2-node BASE RAC database, or it could be an ExaData cloud service. So just that's what you can do. But in my demo, I'm going to be using a 2-node BASE RAC. If this works for this, it should work for ExaDB also. All right. And you go through the steps. Again, configuration steps. I'm going to provide you all that. My goal is to record 2 videos, one for migrating a 12CR to non-CDB to autonomous database, and one for migrating this one, a single instance database to this RAC database. All right. So that's what I'm planning to do. Okay. And this is how it's going to look for the single instance database to a RAC database. All right. So next step, my suggestion is, if you want to position this, my suggestion is try it out and you show it to your key stakeholders, right? And then get their buy-in. They have to say, yeah, this looks great. Let us do it. And then you try it on your actual databases, right? And do the actual migration. You can migrate to OCI or Azure or any other hyperscalers, and you can get all the benefits of the cloud services. All right. So with that, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to record the other 2 videos.